Hi YouTube, so welcome to my kitchen again for another cooking video. This time I won't be doing Star Trek, but Victorian cooking. I really love history, especially anything pre-World War, and I especially love a channel here on YouTube called English Heritage that does Victorian way cooking videos with Mrs. Crocombe, and I recently got this lovely copper mold, which check out my shorts where I do a little antique thrifting haul with this mold and a book I got. Anyway, let's get into the recipe. For this recipe, you'll need gelatin, single cream, or what is called here in the States as light cream, orange flower water. I will be using orange zest mixed with simple syrup because orange flower water is imported from France and expensive. Well, for me anyway. If you're in France, it's probably easier to get. Brandy, almond oil, but I will be using black walnut oil because I couldn't find almond oil, but this is an oil that they would have had access to at the time. And 4 yolks. So I'm just whipping up a quick batch of simple syrup, which is just equal parts water with sugar until it's thickened up, and you want to occasionally stir that as it heats up. And so now I'm combining the single cream with gelatin, well, half of the single cream, and the other half we'll add in later. Making sure not to make the temperature too high. I don't want to curdle the cream. So I've mixed together the gelatin and half of the cream and heated that up so it's all melted together. And so now that I have that, I'm going to whisk the eggs. And so now that I have the eggs whisked enough, I'm going to add the rest of the cold cream. And now the rest of the warm cream. Now that I have the cream and eggs mixed together, I just have to put it over a low heat to thicken it. Making sure that it's warm enough just to thicken it, but not curdle it. Now that I have the gelatin and cream thickened up, I'm going to add my orange zest to my simple syrup. I don't have a zester, so I used a grater. Let's just say didn't go as well as I thought, but I feel like if I just knock it off the grater, it should be fine. It's making a mess, but that's for me to deal with later, I guess. I feel like that's good enough. little whisk. Okay. Time to add the orange zest and brandy. Kind of just eyeballing that. Okay. Mix that up nicely. Now I just need to line the mold with black walnut oil. And then it should be fine. I just have to pour it in and then cool it. Now in the Victorian era, this would be put in an ice box. Luckily, we have the technology of a refrigerator, which is way more consistent than an ice box, because an ice box is quite literally what it sounds like. It's a box that's surrounded by ice. Okay. I think this might be more than the mold can handle, but I mean, that's fine. Lubed up enough. I really hope this doesn't spill. Oh, it's perfect. The perfect amount. Love that. Okay. Okay. Now I just have to put this mold in the refrigerator and do a whole bunch of cleanup. This is a lot messier than I thought it would be. So I'll probably just leave it overnight to cool in the refrigerator and harden. So I'll see you in the morning in my PJs. Good morning. It is the next day. Time for the reveal. I'm super excited. I really hope this black walnut oil comes through for me. So I should be able to just flip it over. Ooh, okay. Oh, she's stuck. Maybe if I warm it up a little. Stuck. Okay, I'm thinking if I warm it up a bit, it should slide out. It might just be too cold right now. Okay. Take two. Ooh, so pretty. A lot of the orange zest settled at the bottom, which is the top. So it actually looks really nice. Have that little orange, little pieces at the top. Let me heat up some blackcurrant jam. The fun thing about this brand is that it's from 1885, so it's a brand that's actually from Europe in the Victorian era. So I got my blackcurrant jam warmed up and ready. I'm just gonna pull it around, but not getting too close because I don't want it to melt the custard. I've never had blackcurrant jam, so all kinds of new experiences. Well, let's see how it went. Oh, that's lovely. Let me just try this on its own because I am getting a lot of the jam. Okay, let me talk about this while on camera. So my overall thoughts are, I really like it. It reminds me of a light cheese. I don't have anything to compare it to, so it's hard to say if this came out correctly. The slight cheese taste tells me I overheated the cream and curdled it. I did taste the light cream on its own, and it does taste like very lightly sweetened milk, which would make sense as to why it would taste like lightly sweetened cheese when overheated and curdled. However, I will say it's a happy accident because of the light cheese taste. It can be eaten sweet or savory. I plan to make it again like this when I go back to New York City to visit my best friend. We plan to go on a picnic together, and I think this would be a wonderful centerpiece to a charcuterie board. The light cheese taste pairs well with sweet jams, fruits, and savory meats. throwing any of that on a cracker, and I think it would taste amazing. I actually did try it with some spicy jerky. It was really good. I also tried the top half where the zest settled. I find the little burst of orange flavor to be really refreshing and complimentary. Now that I got a feel for the recipe and learned more about it, I do want to try it again and tweak some things so it comes out how I think it's supposed to. I'll use an even lower heat and not keep it on as long, as well as heating up the correct amount of cream. I made that mistake of heating up half the cream in the beginning when it should have been a quarter of the cream. And I think the main difference that would help if would be the way I dispense the gelatin. I was using powder gelatin. I should have sprinkled it out more evenly. I haphazardly just dumped the packets in, which led to clumps. And I believe the clumps were my downfall because I kept the cream on the burner longer to get rid of the clumps. Anyway, now that I know more, I can make a better version. Stay tuned for when I do that. I'll make it into like a short. I would definitely make this again with different flavors. I saw someone in the comments of the English Heritage video of making this where someone had said that they used vanilla instead of orange flower water. I think that would be really good with this, like clean vanilla taste with this already just nice, smooth, cheesy taste. I think it would be really good. Definitely looking forward to making more Victorian recipes. So like, follow, subscribe, or whatever, if you want to see more of this type of content. I'm working on a big crochet project that I plan to film in parts. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. I'm not that consistent on YouTube, but I like to make stuff sometimes. I think next I really want to make one of those like messed up macaw looking creations that were from like the 70s. The one I'm thinking of making is like has shrimp, tomato, and peas in it. Thank you for watching. Bye.